What's going on, YouTube and I? Welcome to Lords of the Long Box, the weekly cover price top 10. Let's get right to it, boys and girls. How many lords does it take to count backwards from 10? Today, that number is 454. So let's kick it off with a little DJ Curse.
Bust it. Shake and bake and pull it back.
Oh my God.
Somebody show that thing. Hold on and get some, boys.
That is why that's gonna be.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's three greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
Laugh it up.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright. In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
Hold on and get some, boys.
Heck, here's the deal. I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is upright.
What's in the box?
Like a spider monkey.
What's cracking, YouTube nights? This is your man, Tivo. Welcome to Lords of the Long Box, the cover price top 10 hot selling back issues for the week ending June 21st.
That was a mouthful.
That's what she said. Anyway, on the panel this week, I got my man, Zach. Say what's up, Milton the Manimal.
What's going on, everybody? Just, I know there's a lot of belief that we're going to see all miles this week, but you might be a little surprised on that.
Yes, and my ringtone is still Christmas in Hollis, Queens. And say what's up, Otto.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Otto. I'm happy to be here tonight. We got lots of things to talk about. It's not all miles. We might get a little other things involved. So thanks very much for joining us for this ride tonight.
And Darkside Jedi.
What is up, everybody? It's 9:05, and let's get into a top 10.
Oh, it sounded like you were gonna do like the weather on the fives on the fives.
Yeah, right.
You got to do like this, like you're in a helicopter. Yeah, I'm going
Partly
over
cloudy.
the partly cloudy. All right. Once again, the show is brought to you by our friends at CovrPrice.com. Go to CovrPrice.com for all your comic book collecting needs. Your collection, prices, trends, cool articles, and basically this is a list of numbers compiled from about 4 or 5 different websites, actual sales data. And, we like to do this once every week, man. So go check out our friends at CovrPrice.com. When we hit 5,000 subs, we'll probably give away some more subscriptions like the 4 we gave away when we hit 4,000 subs. And we're getting close, man. We're at 4,000, close to 4,400. So shout out to all of you all. Speaking of shouting out all you all, I will try to get to all you all before it gets too crowded in here. 67 and it's going. Red Lodge Cow, Johnny Dakota, Martin Wilson, Victoria Pagak. I hope I said that all right. Comic Man, Payjack. All right, man. Shit. Comic Man, Mandy, Steamako, Brian Criswell, Russ Diehard, Sith Lordly, hold it down with the wrench. Our man JLS Comics holding it down with Johnny Dakota, Nina Girardi. I'm just tongue tied. CT Cook, what's up? Congratulations. We answered one of your questions on the Lord's letters from the long box. So you guys haven't, check out the video I posted last Thursday. Leave a question in there if you want me and Mikey Sun to answer any questions you have about the MCU or the DCEU or even Star Wars. Man Cave Chronicles, Moonbase Alpha was tailgating early on in the day. JJ Bree, Wayne B, Sassy Pants, Bolo 368, Gary Baker, Kevin Harrison, Automatic Comics, and it's too late now. It's like 72 of you in there watching and growing. So we like to do our top 10 every Tuesday. So it basically covers all the sales from last week going up till Sunday. And that's it, man. So go check out CovrPrice. They do a great job. And this is based off actual sales data, guys. This isn't us telling you what we think about something. But if we see something on there that we think is bull, you're going to get this. That's right. That's what you're going to get if you see bull on there. But I digress. Just get right to it, man. So obviously there's a top 10. There's a lot of books that don't quite make the cut. So at number 11, can I just air my frustration on this one? Because I just sold this along with my Nas variant. But hey, man, it went to a good house. Shout out to Bernie. Bernie 1869 got this one. Runner up, number 11 on the list. God. Silk number 1, the Wu Day Shim hip hop variant. That thing is badass. If I would have known this was a Peach Momoko variant, I would have never sold it. Then again, if I had a time machine, I would have a whole bunch of books that I'm missing out on. So this was part of a set of 25 books, like 20 hip hop variants that I sold to Bernie 1869 in a Lord's auction like a month ago. And including in that auction was the Miles Morales Nas hip hop variant.
Yep.
Now this one almost made the list. This is so I hope the hip hop variants are going to get some love now, but this one is getting crazy. With Spider-Man number 1, Miles Morales hip hop cover going absolutely nuts. It's selling for like over 100 easily raw. It's caused collectors and fans to look a little bit closer at all the hip hop covers. That even makes me more frustrated, to be honest with you. With additional Silk heat, it was the Silk hip hop variant that took off next. It's absolutely gorgeous. First, it's a homage to Mos Def's 2004 The New Danger album cover. It sold 13 copies in a high trend of 326%. Now I think about it, I misspoke. I don't think that's Peach Momoko. It doesn't look like her style. But yeah, I'm sorry, I'm wrong. It's actually right there. It's right there on the damn graphic. It's a Wu Day Shim variant. So he's not, Japanese like Peach Momoko, but he's Korean, so he's got that going for him. So, man, this thing is gorgeous. I'm telling you, man. When I showed all those hip hop variants, I was really like, I was flipping through all 25, and I was like, man, I should keep this. These look really dope.
That was a photograph. I couldn't believe that was a drawing.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, the good thing about these hip hop variants is most of them are first issues. So there's a ton of number 1 issues in there, and there's got to be like 150 of them. So a while back. Remember Rolling Stone, the magazine? Yeah, kids, there used to be something called a magazine that you could open up and there was like words and pictures inside of it.
What?
RollingStone.com compiled all the hip hop variants and showed what the album was. And it was awesome. Even they gave up after a while because there was multiple waves of these hip hop variants. I got everything in the first wave and then it came out with and then it came out to where it was just like they started running out of famous like albums and they were coming out with. Basically, I don't listen to hip hop past 2010. That's my thing. You know what I mean? So to me, I was like, I don't know who these are. If it has a Lil in front of their name, I don't listen to them. Sorry. I'm a purist, okay? I don't listen to any rapper with a Lil in front of their name, except for Lil Dicky. I make the exception for Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky is the man. All right. So number 11 that didn't quite make the list is Silk number 1, the hip hop variant. Good Lord, that's gorgeous, man. I want to get a copy. I want to get back my copy. All right, boys and girls, let's get to the top 10. Number 10 on the list is
Uncanny X-Men number 193. So we're starting off with the letter M, but it's about mutants, I guess you guys have heard that there's some speculation that Firestar is coming to the MCU.
Bullshit.
But like most, take all this with a grain of salt. However, many everybody raced to go get it to buy up her first in continuity appearance. In this issue, it sold 31 copies, had a 7-day trend of 138%, and a high sale of $130 for a CGC 9.8. So why this book is important? This has got Thunderbird. This is Thunderbird's actually brother and Firestar. They're both asked to join the X-Men. Xavier says no way. And they go about their merry way. So this is what they're saying. It's a great book. A lot of X-Men should have this.
Let's be honest. It's on here because it's Firestar's first appearance in
the
Marvels. The 616 is what you want to call it. Her first appearance is Spider-Man is Amazing Friends. And I don't know if we'll see that later, but if we do, I'm pretty sure I'll have a little something for you. So number 10 on the list is Uncanny X-Men number 193 from 1985. Coming up next is another one of a returning champions.
Yeah, so I'm sure not a lot of people aren't surprised to see this book up here. It's been all the hype for quite a while now. We got Ultimate Fallout #4, the second print variant here. A lot of us thought that this was all going to stop the heat of Miles with this second print variant, but as we know and as we've been talking about throughout today, yesterday, and probably the next couple of weeks, it seems like any cover with Miles right now on the front is hot book. So this book has sold 59 copies when it used to be like 2 a week, had a 7-day trend of 87%, and had a high sale of $450 for CGC 9.8, which is a great cover. I mean, honestly, whether you like Miles, whether you believe the hype or whatnot, this is a beautiful second print variant cover with full face of the character, the all white background. This is awesome. A really great cover.
I mean, just wait till the game comes out. I mean, people are really and just wait till a live action version comes out.
That's when it's going to explode. I think this is like the step before the step off the cliff.
I'm actually playing the original game right now, and
it's awesome.
The part with Miles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I should probably finish that. I haven't even finished God of War yet. I need to catch up on my game.
God of War.
Well, then again, hey, baseball season is coming, so I have something to watch at least for 60 games. So if you haven't heard, baseball season is finally coming. Hopefully, I hope I didn't jinx it, man. The owners, it's a squabble between billionaires and millionaires. I just want to see some games. So let me ask you guys this, a little off subject. Whoever wins the World Series this year, will they have an asterisk next to it?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's got to be.
Has to be.
Well, that means the Oakland A's are going to win.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who's not going to win. The Astros.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They just say 162 games. They just saved themselves like 80 games worth of beanings. That's the way I feel.
100%. Yeah. They had some welts coming their way for sure.
Man. I'm pretty sure their owner was like, no, let's go. Let's play 40 games. Let's due to coronavirus, can we put the hitters behind plexiglass so they can't catch the coronavirus? Something like that. All right. So number 9 on the list, Ultimate Fallout. Number 4, the Sarah Pacelli second print variant.
Sweet.
All right. Number 8 on the list is another returning champion, but not.
She is not going away. Batman number 92. Punchline isn't going anywhere. The Jimenez 1 in 25 variant. Punchline's got more staying power than we thought. For her to stand her ground against the Miles mania that's going on and be one DC book on this list, it's impressive. 61 copies, had a 7-day trend of 102%, and had a high raw sale of $60. Your boy right here, Otto, missed out on it. So if anybody's got one, let me know, because I just wasn't buying this when it came out. But little buyer's remorse on it.
Yeah, I think that boat has sailed. I don't think anybody, but you know what? I mean, did you see the Big To-Do's Instagram where he's like, don't tell me if I have these? And he showed a picture of a huge stack of them.
But he said he sold them all.
Yeah, and they were still gone. I mean, so the print runs on.
Definitely asked.
Yeah, I mean, it's just amazing how some are hotter than others. I mean, I think the Artgerm variant would have been hot if the schedule would have remained the same. I don't think there would have been such a large order of them. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of fickle how we the collectors are, and this has been the one. It's like I always like to say, it's the collector's choice.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me get to this next one in a second here, but let me upload some graphics so I can show you guys some stuff. Hold on one second.
Visuals.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, you're gonna get some visuals, and I have the wrong visuals, so hold on. Just say hello to everybody in live chat for a second.
Yeah, we got a lot of people right here. We got Ancient Mariner, Anthony Debo, Dollar Bin Father. Who else we got? Moonbase Alpha's been hanging out. Cindy Hale's in the house. JLS with the Reds. Sith Lordly hanging out. Guys, make sure after this you go check out the New York Warriors. I'll be joining them tonight. I'm rocking the shirt. Thanks to the Geeky Swag Shop. Brought me the shirt today.
Oh, they having an auction?
They're going, yeah, do you believe that? They're having an auction on a Tuesday night at 10 o'clock on their channel. Good stuff.
Well, they always have one. It's everybody else that has an auction every day.
Right.
All right. So let's get to number 7 on the list. Look at that. Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, number 1. This is the newsstand version. I want to show you guys a quick graphic if I can here and show you why this is specking and who stole it.
Stole it.
Somebody stole this. It's
My
amazing.
Spidey senses are tingling.
Yeah. So if, as before mentioned, I do a show every Thursday now for the last 3 weeks where I answer your mailbag questions. And last week, somebody asked me, is Firestar planning on coming to the MCU? And I will drop the video in the live chat here so you guys can see it for yourself. Right around the 2-minute and 50 mark. I had somebody ask me a question, and I'll just let me see, pull up the video myself here. Right at the 250 mark, Paul Hurst asks, growing up, I love watching Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Do you think we will see Firestar at all? My response was yes. And this is from Mikey Sutton answered all these questions. And the answer Mikey said was, yes, Marvel has plans bringing Firestar into the MCU. They would like to build on the nostalgia, possibly team her up with Spider-Man and Iceman. So that was, if you look at the date of that video, June 18th. A day later, a professional movie scooper by the name of Daniel RPK on Twitter put on his paywall, there is a plan to introduce Firestar into the MCU. He charged people for this information that we give real money. Free.
We gave it free the day before.
So after this video dropped, the next day, people were sending me messages left and right, like, "Hey," I was like, "No, I don't follow him, or I don't go subscribe to his Patreon." But this is behind his firewall. See the time stamp of June 19th, 9:58 p.m. My video dropped on June 18th at 6 p.m. Pacific. And it says there is a plan to introduce Firestar into the MCU. That's interesting, but I would say that's so random. Why that would be? And I was like, you know what? But anyway, just so you guys know, the reason why this is on the list is because Daniel RPK, and to say it's just a coincidence is not true, because you guys know he's been in our live chat before in the past. He has been in our live chat trying to get scoops and trying to get messages and shouts out from other channels. And then he just took this one. I sent him a message on Twitter I didn't put it publicly on Twitter because I'm so tired of all the negativity on Twitter. So I'm going to be negative on YouTube. No, I'm just kidding. But and then I was like, it'd be funny if it ended up on the top 10 this week. And sure enough, here it is, number 7. The reason why this is on here, because Firestar is coming to the MCU per Mikey Sutton, that we answered in that. And if you really want to go back further, we had Firestar on a long-term spec list last year. If you guys remember, we talked about Spider-Man and his amazing friends last year about it being on there. And lo and behold, there goes number 7.
Sorry for everybody that had to pay for it.
And you think this is and just so you don't think this is a one-off, here's another example. Me and my boy Zach last Wednesday talked about, who do we talk about, Zach?
Lucia Von Bardis.
Lucia Van Bardis, and we were contemplating what she's going to be in. Zach was saying, hey, she can introduce Latveria. And I said, you know what? She could also introduce Quake and Sword, because Quake is the one that battled her. 2 days after that video, this guy from MCU Cosmic says Marvel is beginning to lay the groundwork for their greatest villain in the MCU by introducing Lucia Van Barda. His name is Jeremy Conrad.
Tag, huh? Damn.
Yes, exactly. And multiple sites ran with this. So if you guys see Lucha Van Barda on next, and by the way, that comic is Secret Wars 1, because we told you what comic it was, and that's on our long-term spec list we did last week. So these guys both have Patreon paywalls, and they're not even going out and doing the work at this point. They're just basically taking whatever we say. But you know what? That's fine, man.
You know what? In a way, it's very, very it's like, thank you. They're taking what they're taking our work, using it for themselves. However, it's still at the end of the day, receipts are receipts. You know what I mean?
Right. Got the receipt. You know what? Maybe we only have 4,400 subscribers, but the people who know us and follow us have been loyal for years. Most of them, you guys are our friends. We don't treat you as customers or followers. And we rarely give you this information because we're comic book collectors like you are. So you guys know the real deal, who's been around since 2015, since the old channel was still around. So I just had to get that off my chest. I also put it on Instagram. So you know what? At one point, I wanted to go on Twitter and be like that, hey, this was our story. We did it first. But those Twitter guys just circle jerk each other so much that I was like, man, this is not even worth it. There's so much crap going on right now. Like, I'm really going to trip off something being first when, the real people know. Mikey Sutton knows. Black Knight knows.
It's just a shame that people get charged for something that has already been taken.
So for Daniel RBK and Jeremy Conrad of MCU Cosmic and Charles Murphy, that's for you. Have a nice day. Happy belated Father's Day if any of you have had sex yet. So,
Lords of the Go, fuck yourself.
so I just had to get that off my chest. So, by the way, we'll be selling these as t-shirts. If you want to get a middle finger Lords of the Long Box, I'm going to talk to the Geeky Swag Shop.
I want one.
Ryan just made that literally right before we went on air. But let's digress, shall we? And let's get to number 6. Oh, by the way, number 7 on the list is Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, which is a great cartoon. I'm in my mail letters to the mailbox video. I told you guys Wolverine has a freaking accent in that cartoon. For the longest time, I thought Canadians had British accents for the longest time. Was it Australian?
I think so.
Australian.
Yeah. So for the longest time, I'm like, but I was in grade school. I didn't know fucking difference in an Australian and British accent. So I'm thinking, hey, that kind of makes sense. They had like the Queen was right, was part of Canada and all that. So then fast forward, who was the first guy to portray Wolverine on the big screen? A fucking Australian. Go figure.
Pay attention. Pay attention to television. It will tell the future.
So, Doctor Strange is on there too. I was pretty dope, man. But anyway, you kids are lucky nowadays. All this live action stuff. All we had was damn cartoons back in the day.
Cartoons. Oh my god.
Yeah. So number 7 on the list is Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. Number 1, newsstand edition. I'm sorry, I forgot to go over the numbers, man. Let me go over the numbers since it's a pretty cool book to have. So 93. Wrong one. Let's see. It sold. Wow, 200 for a 9.8.
Wow.
It had a 7-day trend of a 324% and a high sale of 325 for 9.8. 27 copies sold. Man, just last week you could have got this thing at shows for a good 10, 15, 20 bucks, man. Still a cool book to have since it's a piece of history, man. But that explains why the X-Men book is on here, because that's the first appearance in continuity. Think of this as Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Right? But people are going to get Batman Adventures 12 this issue more so. They're going to get this issue, which is I don't even remember what the first. What's the
first? It was
Harley
Mad
Quinn?
Love, I think, right?
Yeah, I thought it was a Batman book, first continuity.
Or no, it's Batman. It's a No Man's Land issue.
Yeah, the thing is, it proves our point. Nobody remembers that issue. Everybody remembers
in the 400s, I'm sure.
Exactly. Nobody remembers or cares about the continuity. They want the first true appearance of its Amazing Spider-Man, but Spider-Man is Amazing Friends. All right. Number 6 on the list is another version of
Miles himself, Miles Mania, Ultimate Fallout 4.
1,200.
Yeah. Jeez, this one sold 93 copies. 93. Ultimate Fallout is the hottest cakes of all the comics right now. One goes up and one sells. The pattern repeats itself. Had a 7-day trend of 112% and a high sale of $12.50 for a CGC 9.8. Good God. I mean, it can't get any hotter than this right now. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just absolutely crazy what they're going for. So I don't
even want to bring it up, but do you regret selling the Djurvik variant now?
I don't, because I got a lot of stuff for it. I got a lot of.
I was going to say, have you looked up the pricing on that?
No, I don't want to. So I don't want to, but I don't regret it. So because I don't regret it, and you just have to move.
Was it signed also? Was it a yellow label?
No, it was not. It was not.
Okay.
But see, I you know what I mean. So I'm okay with it. But I don't want to know what it's going for. So I
bet you that book is on the movers. You know what? We always thought we got to do movers and shakers on CovrPrice, because this is only a list of most units sold. But the movers and shakers that's why you got to go to coverprice.com. They have a movers and shakers that shows like the highest dollar amount. And I bet you that I can't even say his name, but you guys know the one.
Yeah, we know
the Djurvik variant. I have been looking for that for so long, and now I've given up because it's way, way beyond anything.
And actually, I'm a little bit okay because it went to somebody in our crew. King of the Golden State has it. He would appreciate it more than me.
Golden State has everything. Well,
he does have everything. He's got 2 of everything.
Yeah, sub up King of the Golden State, man. He should be over 1,000 subs. I mean, he hasn't even shown off his Amazing Fantasy 15 in a while. So, dude, he hit some serious dig grounds in the Bay Area, dude. Where he goes, "Hey, look what I found." I'm like, "What the fuck? Where'd you find those?"
Cheap. He said he got something for what, $20?
No, the biggest scorer, I think, and I don't want to speak for him, but I would say the biggest score of his life is finding that Spawn book for $5.
Right, that was unbelievable.
Selling it for $3,500.
Yeah.
That's pretty amazing to me.
Yeah.
Bastard. Anyway, next up on the list is sure to make Manimal happy. What is it, Manimal?
So it's going to be Spider-Man number 12, another Sarah Pacelli variant here. A Miles Mania Halo spread quickly this past week, creeping into both variants like we talked about. It's just anything Miles right now is hot right now. So it's been interesting to see this market push his various books up. This issue features the first kiss between Miles and Gwen. Is Gwen the Mary Jane for Miles? Apparently, the market thinks so.
Cute.
This sold 49 copies, had a 7-day trend of 225%, and had a high raw sale of $88. So,
and this is debatable if it's the first meeting of them, because I do believe they met in Spider-Man 11, but I don't know if it was like they full on introduced themselves or whatnot. But still a hot book. If you want an even hotter book, go and find that 1 in 25 variant. It's going for about $250, $300 raw. It's a black cover, and it just shows it's pretty dope actually. But obviously this one is kind of gives you the nostalgia of Raimi's Spider-Man with the Kirsten Dunst crooked teeth kissing our man Peter Parker, right? And when he was bound under there, she pulls down his mask. I mean, I think every geek wedding invitation I've seen that people post it's that cover where some dude is hanging upside down, kissing his bride to be, and then they get divorced in 5 years. But anyway, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm anti-romantic when it comes to this stuff, but still a cool book. You know what? You can find these on eBay still right now. My guess is the next book that pops, it's eventual, guys. It's eventual. Just follow the cookie crumbs. If Miles comes to the MCU, Spider-Gwen is right behind her. Whenever their first meeting is, snatch those up. That's going to be the next hot book because Miles is hot. When Spider-Gwen came on the scene, that Edge of Spider-Verse #2 blew up. I would expect that Edge of Spider-Verse 2 to blow up too, because if we see the Edge of Spider-Verse 2 trailer, because remember, Spider-Gwen, and Zach may know more about this than I guys haven't read in a long time, but Spider-Gwen is in a totally separate universe than the 616 and the Ultimate version, right? She's in a separate continuity altogether, or multiverse altogether.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't know much about this because I'll be honest, I'm not a Spider-Man fan in general. And Spider-Man ancillary characters like Spider-Gwen, Miles have not been my cup of tea. But she was not in the Ultimate universe where Miles came from. That's for sure.
And that's why the Edge of Into the Spider-Verse animated movie kind of really made sense because it showed all the different Spider-Man noir. I didn't know who the hell the little anime Japanese spider chick was, but you had Spider-Ham from another one, so it pulled them all from different universes. It's just Spider-Man is the equivalent of Batman. When a new character comes in, we always said Spider-Man is Ryan said it earlier today, Spider-Man is the Marvel version of Batman, where Batman introduces a new character, it gets hot. So this just happened to be another version of Spider-Man. So we shall see how long it lasts, because once the news of the video game pass and the production of
I think Miles has staying power. He's always been a hot character.
I think it's been undervalued, to be honest with you. But then again, it's the age of the high print.
It's one of those books that just was on that line. It's always kind of been popular. You've seen it in pictures. You've seen it in haul videos. You've seen it in magazines. Well, yeah.
Just get everything. Just get everything, and you won't miss anything.
Yeah.
You know what? Get everything.
Buy it all.
But it's the perfect storm.
Go to your comic shop and just tell them, "Yo, pull everything."
It's a Spider-Man that has, I don't know what the word. I can't think of the word, but
thank you, Ryan.
People can relate to a Miles Morales.
Well, people can. That's why growing up as a kid, Spider-Man was my favorite character because I could somewhat relate to him. He's young, he has problems with school, he can't find a job, he has problems paying a rent, he has problems with his leg. You know what I'm saying? It's
that's
like
exactly the reason why I've never liked Spider-Man, to be honest with you. He's just I'm gonna be honest with you, he's the biggest loser. Like, he can't get his fucking life together. It's embarrassing.
Hey man, he saved a subway car full of people with spider webs, okay?
Man, come on. In fact, we're talking about the video game. I just played the video game, which honestly, it's fun, don't get me wrong, but it is a poor man's Arkham. And in Arkham, when you go on side missions and try to get like the Riddler and Penguin and stuff, in Spider-Man, you know what the side missions are? You chase down fucking pigeons for a homeless guy. That's in a nutshell. That is in a nutshell how lame Spider-Man is.
Oh, send all your hate mail to man. Let me send and put his email address.
He's no longer Manimal. He's now known as Flash Thompson.
It's just because Flash Thompson jerks off Spider-Man too, like you guys. So he's your boy.
How dare you say it? Stan Lee is turning in his grave right now. You know what?
Jesus, man. He's just like the lamest character. He can't get anything. You're telling me, okay, so with great power comes great responsibility, but this guy has no responsibility of paying the fucking rent. Come on.
Wait, he was a billionaire for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lasted.
Yeah. Well, he didn't want all the money. That's why, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I'm done with this. I want to be part of the comic people, you know what? But anyway, thanks for playing the game, Carnage. You're just mad because you look like Carnage. But anyway, number 4 on the list is
Action Comics number 9.
Wow,
We got a
that's
DC book.
unexpected. I did not expect this.
2012. The more content, the rumors that DC is thinking about developing a Superman film around the alternate universe, the Calvin Ellis, aka Superman, where he's also the president of the United States.
Wow.
While his first appearance is unnamed, is in the Final Crisis number 7. It was an issue that shot up immediately. The new 52 issues are littered through almost every LCS for $1 a piece. So, you know, go after it if that's something you want to go. Pretty cool cover. You should be able to see it when you're looking for it, and we'll have to see what happens with it. So
this rumor has been gestating a long time. When remember the rumor was Michael B. Jordan to be Superman. I mean, dude, he's pretty big. He got yoked up for Creed and
oh my god, dude, massive.
Killmonger.
Yeah,
he was pretty big. So you know, can you just imagine the I don't know what to call him. Let's just call him purist. If a black Superman came up on the big screen, they would lose their damn minds. But they don't remember that, you know, Shaq was once Steel.
Steel, right.
Steel, yeah.
Steel, man.
God, that movie was bad.
Yo, so Shaq just bought a new yacht and he posted on Instagram, what should I name it? And if somebody goes, you should name it Free Throws so it won't sink. So you won't sink it. I was like, man, the internet is undefeated once again. But that's pretty cool. I have never seen this comic, to be honest with you. Action Comics number 9 falls on the list at number 4.
Speaking of why we're kind of looking at this picture of the black Superman, New 52 also had the Earth 2 run where they had a black Superman, but it was Zod's son. So it was actually like General Zod was black and Zod's son became Superman, which was kind of a cool take as well. So it wasn't like, for all those people who don't like, you know, remaking character like a black Clark Kent or whatever, it was kind of cool that they made a new character, Zod, who became Superman.
Yeah, I don't know if that ever happened. Everything I'm hearing that it's going to be Henry Cavill, but who knows? Sometimes there's these Elseworld stories or even an animated story that they can do, and sometimes they, you know, I'm telling you, something like this happens. There's something happening behind the scenes. Like what happened with the Miles thing. I think a bunch of people knew that up to when Sony released the trailer for the new Spider-Man game, nobody said Miles Morales was going to be in the new Spider-Man game, right? Mm-hmm. Hell, he was in the first one, but he was just Miles Morales. He wasn't Spider-Man. I mean, I think at one point, you know, you saw there was a point where he was in the game and you're like, what's going to happen? And then it just kind of went away. So, you know, this could be people are knowing something that's going to happen. I'm not saying it's going to be part of like regular DC continuity, but you know, now that they have HBO Max, who knows what they can do, a little side project and stuff. Speaking of which, do you guys see the new Spider-Man or Superman trailer, Man of Tomorrow?
Look cool. Looks really cool.
Remember I told you how they were changing animation style up? It looked a lot cleaner, I thought. It got away from that kind of Bruce Timm look
it looks cartoony
for a long time. Well, in a good way.
Yeah, right.
Not like the Bruce Timm kind of boxy DC, you know what I'm talking about, right? The kind of long.
It's more soft. It's not as
and I think it's long overdue because DC animation has been good story wise, but the animation's kind of been, you know, lagging behind. I mean, after Edge of Spider-Verse, they step up to their game. I'm not saying they can do it because anytime they say straight to DVD, you kind of think the production value is going to go down. But you know, maybe they got the HBO Max money, put some strong animators behind it. And it's the new DC or Superman animated movie is a soft reboot of the DC universe, and that's why it's starting with Spider-Man.
Animation will have any issues.
Yeah, so
they kill it. They knock it out of the park.
Yeah, so this is going to start off. We'll probably get a new Batman.
That Deathstroke movie looks dope too. I don't know if you saw the trailer.
Dungeons and Dragons. What's it called? Dragon Man.
Knights and Dragons or something like that.
Knights and Dragons. There you go. Knights and Dragons. So there you got. And next up on the list is a book that you guys should have seen coming because it one slip of the tongue, and I was telling everybody I think this book is gonna jump. What's number 3 on the list?
This is a good one, man. This is actually, you know, I was happy to see this one on the list. Daredevil number 9 from back in 1999. This is going to be the first appearance of Maya Lopez, aka Echo. So there's speculation that Echo will appear in the MCU via Disney Plus. She's a great character. You know, whether or not she shows up in a Daredevil storyline or not, obviously would be cool. You have a blind character with a deaf character. That's an awesome take right there. But this character has a lot of staying power and has been around and can honestly show up anywhere. She doesn't necessarily, her first appearance is with Daredevil, but she can really pop in and out of any show. You could probably see her in a She-Hulk show for honest,
My guess is she's going to be in the Hawkeye series.
And the Hawkeye is a good one too.
Because she's Ronin. She was Ronin at one point. Yeah. So if you didn't know, there was leaked onto the internet was a Disney Plus casting sheet that says looking for female, Latinx, or Native American and deaf. There's not many characters in a Marvel universe that fits that kind of. So this one I think is relatively easy to connect the dots. Once that casting call came out, people were like immediately like, oh yeah, that's Maya Lopez. That's Ronin. So this is her first appearance, Daredevil number 9. But there's also the first appearance that's in New Avengers where it has a Ronin on the cover. I believe she became Ronin after Clint Barton, right?
She took over to kind of like same kind of thing you always see with Daredevil, where someone is in his costume to throw off the trail. Yeah. She takes the Ronin costume for a while to kind of throw off the trail of Hawkeye. But yeah, great character, man. Really cool. A lot of utility for her to jump around from any show. And honestly, I mean, you have a minority character with a deaf character and a female. But you're checking a lot of great boxes that you're not getting. What's the word I'm looking for? Characters from, I guess, So this is a good character, man. And I'm excited to see what they do with her for sure.
Yeah. So hopefully I won't get into trouble for showing it, but here, I'll show you what the casting sheet looked like.
Oh, walking on the edge, Tim. Walking on the edge. I know.
There it is right there. Casting search, Disney Plus show. Sarah Finn, she's casted for Avengers Endgame, Black Panther, and The Mandalorian is looking for an actress to play a leading role in upcoming Disney Plus television series. Character description and info is submitted below. Malia, even though it's not the same name, they don't want to give it. Maya, still pretty damn close to me. Female, 20s, deaf, Native American, First Nations, Indigenous, and or Latinx, independent, athletic, and bright. Lead, sinking ages 18 and plus to play the character in their 20s. So that pretty much sounds like her name is Maya Lopez. I think her code name now is Echo, I believe. Yeah. But it's also, I doubt that she'll be Ronin again, since they already showed Ronin and he was pretty dark. Matter of fact, I just watched and they were showing Thor Ragnarok on like TBS over the weekend. So I watched it, and at the very end I go, well, fuck, I gotta watch Infinity War now. Well, after Infinity War, I said, I got to watch Endgame now. So I watched them all. The funny thing is, Infinity War is still on Netflix. It hasn't finished its contract yet. So I had to watch Infinity War on Netflix and then go back over to Disney Plus to see Endgame. And it's still good, man. But, but now that I've seen it like 5 times, I could forward through like some of the more mundane talking part, like, I love you 3000. Get out of here.
Oh, you unromantic bastard.
Jesus, enough of that already. All right, next up on the list. So number 3 is Daredevil number 9, the first appearance of Maya Lopez, a.k.a. Ronin, a.k.a. Echo. Number 2 on the list. We're getting close, boys and girls.
Yeah, but number 2, we're back at it again with Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 0, the Halloween Comic Fest 2019. Jeez, as Miles' first appearance issues got way out of our price range, the reprint we'll have to do. And agreed, this happens with a lot of other books. So it sold 46 copies, had a 7-day trend of 381%. And at a high sale of $52 for a CGC 9.8 and about a $36 raw. So, you know what? We've always said that if you can't get the first appearance, get the second appearance. Can't get the first appearance, get the reprint.
If you can't get the reprint, get the third print reprint of the variant.
Yes, that's right. Unbelievable.
So wait a minute. So what was the raw sale?
The raw sale was $36 for the raw sale.
So buy the 36. I mean, why? Or sell. Oh, never mind. I'm thinking sell it. Sell it for 52.
Yeah.
No, the top 9.8 is only get a 9.8 for 52, but I doubt you can find a 9. And you know why?
I'm saying who would sell it. I'm trying to think of the math of why you would sell it for that price.
Secondly, I would doubt there's even many slab copies of this. I mean, who would slab a Halloween Comic Fest version? But after all this news, I bet you there's a bunch going to CGC as we speak.
Right now.
But a lot like these and the new comic book or the free comic book day books, those are hard to find in high grade because they were giving them away. They were just like, here, take these kids, coupling up, sticking it in their back pocket, drawing on them, doing whatever. So I think you're going to see quite a few more graded copies on there. And, 9.8s may go for a pretty penny. That's my guess. But there you go. So let me count that up. We haven't even done number 1 yet, but let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 Miles Morales related books 6 if you count Spider-Man related books with Firestar in there, but really she's a kind of a mutant. But anywho, that leads us with number 1, boys and girls. What is the number 1 book of the Cover Price Top 10 weekly list?
You know what? First off, I'm pretty sure I'm looking back right now. Every book except this last one, as I just talked mad shit on Spider-Man, has been a Spider-Man book. So here we go. Spider-Man
keep
number
it up,
20.
and it'll be on there next week too.
God. Spider-Man number 20. So we got if you put the past 3 weeks in a blender, then it would probably look like this book for us comic fans. It's Miles and it's topical. It makes sense looking at it now, but this was still a surprise entry this week. It sold 37 copies, had a 7-day trend of 615%, and had a high raw sale of $60. So, obviously another Miles Morales book, cool cover. Except for it seems very political in the times right now.
So I'm no math major, but 615% gets you to $60, meaning they were selling for what, $2?
Yeah.
So sometimes these guys, we like to use these numbers, but sometimes they're a bit inflated when something, if you buy something for $1 and it goes up 100%, it goes up to, I'm a bad math person. So $10, I don't know. $2, I don't know. So what's 100% of 1 is another 1. Right. So 50% of $1 is 50 cents. Right. So if you go 100% of $1, that's $1. So that means it's $2. So if we do, you guys figure it out at home. So basically what I'm saying is 615% looks like a lot on paper. This means that, and if the top sale was $60 and a 7-day trend is 615%, it means it was selling for super dirt cheap. So don't let that number. Now, if it was $100 book and it sold 600% of that $100 book, now we're looking at some gains, as Manimal would say when he's at the gym. Gains. And if you haven't, go peep out Manimal's Instagram story. He has a shirt out for all you ladies out there.
Ooh.
You get to see the ginger nips on him. You know what I'm saying?
Pepperoni nipples.
Okay, that's a little. All right, Ryan, you think you're looking a little too hard at his pepperoni nipples.
They're just huge. I mean, you can't not see them.
Jesus, I do have perpetually hard nipples, though. I will say that.
So do I. So do I. My nipples are always hard, actually, because I don't have big like silver dollar nipples. Like Otto, I see. Speaking of which, go check out Otto's Instagram. He was at the beach with Greg Capullo. How cool is that?
I was sitting on the beach with Greg Capullo. It's unbelievable. What a great day that was.
That is amazing. And did he write some stories for you? Because I heard he's a great
writer.
No,
he didn't do anything.
Fantastic writer.
Yeah.
I heard he wrote Spawn.
All right, boys and girls, that is the Cover Price Top 10 of the week. Hey, make sure you stick in tomorrow. We got another long-term spec list, and I'm sure other people will steal from as well. This one you guys have always been seeing. We've been talking about it for a while. It's cool that some of these characters are finally being researched for a upcoming Disney Plus project. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's all I'm going to tell you right now. It's going to be a relatively short show because half of them all appear in the same book.
Oh, big,
go get that book.
It makes speculating a whole lot easier when everybody's in the same book, kind of like X-Men #1, right? Hey,
just a huge hint.
Giant size X-Men #1. Boom, I got 3 of the X-Men right there. That's all I need to get right there. I'll get giant size and X-Men 1. I'm done with my X-Men collection, right?
Okay, so it's not X-Men.
It's not X-Men. It starts with a.
Don't tell him.
And it ends with a
letter.
And in between
is
more
part 2.
In between there is a. And that's your hints. So join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific as we go over a Disney Plus long-term spec list on some characters people have been very, very anxious to hear about for quite a while now. Any last words, Manimal?
Nope. Just new comic book day tomorrow. Make sure you go out there and support your LCSs and some good reading.
Right? Tomorrow's a big shipment. It's got both Marvel and DC, if I'm not
both
mistaken.
Marvel, DC, and the 2 books that come out tomorrow that I was excited for are Once and Future and Die are both back out.
Do you happen to be holding them right there?
I do actually. They're the 2 I have.
Show them full screen. All right, kids, gather around. It's reading time. It's story time. Go ahead and read.
I need to read the last 2 books from today that I haven't read yet. So,
nice.
Remember when you were in elementary school and you would go to the library for class reading time, and the librarian would read you a story and then show pictures? You remember that?
We do.
I had a crush on my librarian because she was young. Her name was Miss Lindsay. Hi, Miss Lindsay. Look what I became. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so make sure you guys check out your LCS tomorrow. Otto, any last words?
Yeah, a few things. Right after this, jump on with me, the NY Warriors. I can't wait to jump on them, auctioning off some books.
What?
This
You're going to
Thursday-
jump on them?
Well, I'm going to jump in with them. I'm not
Ooh,
jumping on
jump
anybody.
in
Things,
them.
things are pretty.
Yikes.
there's a
Super
lot of
chat
dudes
for
right
that
there,
big
you
boy,
know.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I've been known to mess around with it. Well, anyway, so
Whoa.
but I didn't want to go with that. But here we're going to do so. And then on Thursday night, we're going to do our 1,500 subscriber giveaway on 3 Men in the Basement. We hit 1,500 subs. I appreciate all that, you guys. So we got 10 things to give away. So stay tuned to that.
10?
Always,
Wait. Did you say 10 things?
We got 10 things.
All right. Adrian
10
APM says he's bringing lube tomorrow or later on for the show.
All right, there we go. It's going to be a good show.
Oh.
So please jump in with us, for the 2 shows tonight and on Thursday. So thank you very much for watching, everybody. I appreciate everybody's time tonight. It was a great show.
Your last words, Darkside Jedi.
No.
All right. Speaking of once and future, because I know Zach and I both love Arthurian Legend. There was a trailer that dropped on Netflix that's based off of Frank Miller's Cursed. It's basically a retelling of the Arthurian legend, but instead of King Arthur, I guess some girl finds the sword from the Lady of the Lake. So go check out the trailer. I don't know if it was ever a comic. Was it? Was Frank Miller do a book called Cursed based on King Arthur?
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
Yeah, so go check it out on Netflix. I think you'll dig it. It's got Floki from the Vikings. He's in it.
I love him.
Yeah, so basically it's the Arthurian legend, but instead of it's a once and future king, it's once and future queen. So she wields Excalibur. All right, so we will see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. for the Lords of Long-Box Long-Term Spec List. So we'll see you guys tomorrow right around 6 p.m. Until next time, boys and girls, keep digging in them long boxes. Peace out.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
Somebody show that weapon. Hold on and get some, boys.
That is why they gonna be.
In the great hall of the Justice League, there are assembled the world's 3 greatest heroes, created from the cosmic legends of the universe. Their mission, to fight injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind.
Now that's a name I've not heard.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is update.
Shake and bake and pull it back.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is update. In this, you shall know that the Lord is update.
Hold on and get some, boys.
What the heck is the deal? I'm the best there is.
In this, you shall know that the Lord is update.
What's in the box?
Like a spider.